Good day, Terrarians. PurpleMentat here with episode 13 of my Calamity single-player series. I am getting some fishing goodies together because there are some potions that require fishing items that I otherwise can't get. Because the Wrath and the Rage potion are not currently available for sale, and they are needed for some of the combinations that I want to make. You can see that I've already got the Builder combination, the Explorer combination, and the Summoner combination together, and I am just short of being able to make the Fishing combination. I've got Fishing, Sonar, Crate, Restoration, Iron Skin, Calming, and Thorns potions. I do not have the Inferno potions. Also, I don't think I can buy the Crate, Sonar, and Fishing potions until I complete 5 fishing quests. I've got my Fish Finder now, which gives me the weather, the moon phase, and my current fishing power, which is fantastic. And we are up here in the sky because, oh, you know what? I forgot to actually get a bucket full of water. Hang on. Oof. We are, well, I am putting together some new fishing areas. Specifically, I'm going to build a sky lake fishing area. This needs to be at least halfway between 0 height and the maximum height of the world, which on a medium world appears to be 900-ish, 982. So I've got mine built at 500. Now, I've got enough fishing power that I don't actually need a lake of this size anymore. Junk only occurs when your lake is less than 300 or your fishing power is below 50. And simply between the fiberglass fishing pole, which is a jungle shrine item, also available from jungle tokens, or the dimensional chest. I'm really looking forward to using that to make the super rod, but I can't do that until I get myself a golden carp, a reaver shark, a sawtooth shark. Basically, I need to get all of the non-hard mode fish, and actually I think prismite might be a hard mode fish. Let me look that up real quick. Prismite is in fact required from the Hallow, so that needs to wait until hard mode. Oh well, we'll put it on the list, right? So, we are going to put water there, and as you can see, this will slowly but surely fill the area. In fact, I can just hold the button, and it will slowly fill. It goes a little bit faster if I let it finish falling. We are filling in 300 buckets worth, so this is not the fastest way to do this, but it is a functional way to do this. What I'm going to show you next is a much faster way to do this if you have some money to spend and are at least this far in progression. You need the mechanic to be able to do this next trick. With the help of the mechanic, you're going to be able to make pumps and timers, as well as buy, wire cutter, well, wire, wrench, and wire cutter, as well as the mechanical lens. If you've got the money, you can actually do quite a bit more than this, and it's worth thinking about, but it's not 100% necessary, especially at this time. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually add one more base to the top of this. Then we're going to go ahead and, whoops, I've got my control enabled, and that's not what I want at this point. I want to put, actually, 2 more. There we go. We want to put a couple of outlet pumps up here, and they take 2 spaces each. Actually, let's move that over 1. The reason we're doing this is because pumps seem to magically create more liquid than they pull in. So, by setting this up, do we even have enough material? I can use various materials to make it work. It'll be fine. What we can do is we can fill the whole area up to the level of the outlet pumps just by running the timer. And I'm going to show you that whole process in action. soon as I get everything built. So put an outlet pump there. Put an inlet pump. Oops. Inlet pumps down here. One there. One here. And then we connect it all up with wire. Like so. And we extend some wire up there. And we stick a timer on it. Boom. As you can see, the inlet pumps are drawing water in, and the outlet pumps are spewing water out. And this will slowly become more water than we put into it until the system has fully flooded. And pretty much we just need to leave that run. Give it the time it needs. We can turn off the wires in the meantime. There we go. And this should fill up eventually. It's not a perfect or instant process, but it does work. I just wish it worked a little faster, you know? There are ways to trigger it to run faster than the 1 second timer, but this is the simplest among them. Alright, while that runs, I'm going to work on building a crimstone and an ebonstone area down here underneath the sky level to do the same thing with, so that we can have a crimson and a corruption fishing area as well. Just gonna get a little bit away from the start to do so. And I shall return once I have all 3 of those flooded. Welp, that sucked. Owing to a technical glitch, I lost about 25 minutes worth of footage. I'm going to try to catch you back up on everything. First things first, these blight slimes are what spawn nowadays after the death of Skeletron, and they drop blighted gel, and they are what we need. That blighted gel is what we need to spawn the next boss on our list, which is the Slime God. Now, the creatures that I have here that are killing everything for me are imps from the Ruthless Imp Staff. My imp staff is made with Hellstone. We got Hellstone after a brief time in the underworld down here, finished off the elevator, went down. Hellstone spawns in and amongst this ashy bit here. I can't actually... Oh, ooh, chaotic ore. Interesting. The Hellstone spawns in these ash pillars that are surrounded by lava. You've got 2 options to get them. You can either try to dig carefully around the walls of these buildings and down into the ash. The problem is that Hellstone drops about half a bucket of lava when you mine it, so it's very, very dangerous. Your better bet is to make yourself some obsidian skin potions and just go for a lava bath. We got a couple of 100 Hellstone ore as our first go, and we made ourselves mostly just this Ruthless Imp Staff. I did a whole bunch of investigation about what the Hellstone options are, and for the most part, they're not. Like, we really need to get our hands on the purified gel from the next boss, the Slime God, before we can do much of anything useful with the Hellstone. So we're going to work on that next. Now, the other thing that I managed to do was a quick run over to the dungeon to get a tally counter, which was the final thing that I needed to finish off the cell phone. So now we have all of our information displays as well as our magic mirror item all in one little block. It's actually really convenient. I kind of love this thing. Just trying to drain that catacomb slightly. There we go. That ought to do the job well enough. Yeah, that's nice. Still too much water over here, but it's never perfect, is it? The reason I am digging this out real quick is I wanted to show you how we got the tally counter real quick, as well as get my hands on a whole bunch of... You know what? This is just going to be a terrible place for it. What did I do to flood this place? It has to have been my fault. I just am not sure how I dumped so much water in here. Or, you know, maybe World Gen was just unkind. Certainly don't remember mining out an entire friggin' lake nearby, but hey, stranger things happen. So let's head back further to a slightly drier area, how about? Yeah. In fact, we'll have that right ahead. Oop. The fish that we were looking for from the corruption... You can see our Ebonstone area and our Crimstone area. The corruption and the crimson fishing were the Ebonquaw and the Chemo Piranha, I think it was, respectively. Those two are used to make the Wrath and the Rage potion, which are necessary for the battle and tank and a couple of the other combination potions that I'd really like to start using. However, I discovered that I don't have the herbs or the seeds anymore, as I junked my herb garden when I needed inventory space and realized that, hey, I can buy all of this potions I need. Well, now I need a potion that I can't buy, and I'm practically at the beginning of the game as far as potion farming goes. So I built myself the world's most ostentatious herb garden here, all with the planter boxes from the Dryad, and backed up with gem spark walls, which give they appear to give off light. I'm not sure if they actually give off light. Anyway, it makes for a nice bright look. Now, this, the Zerg potion, is what I used to quickly get my tally counter. And as you can see, when you've got your Zerg potion active, you get a lot of bad guys real fast. Look at them all. Look at them all. See, we've got, like, multiple blighted slimes already. It's fantastic. This is what farming in Terraria should be all about. Massive amounts of enemy death. What is that? Chunk? Oh, it's a star. That's why it looks weird. Loving it. So, this place is kind of dangerous. I'm getting my butt kicked. Oh. Ow. Maybe we need to, tone that down. If I'd thought to put the, fungoid back on earlier, it would have helped. Probably quite a bit. But yeah, so that's how I managed to get the tally counter extraordinarily quickly. I mean, even with the death, we still came out of that with, 94 blighted gel. Yeah, it's good stuff. Now, we did get into wire a little bit. We're going to do some more with that right now, because we want to spruce up this arena before we have to do more fighting. You know, we'll use a 1-second timer because I don't care. The 1-second timer is overkill for this. What we have here are heart and star statues, and the heart and star statues can be used to generate hearts and stars. Each statue can generate 1 heart or 1 star every 10 seconds. That's why a 1 second timer is overkill and not really necessary. Each of them can only generate up to 6 within 50 tiles and up to 3 within 20 tiles. So it's a good idea to not pack them too close together. You are able to make these using I believe these are from the Fargo's mod, using stone blocks and life crystals, or stone blocks and mana crystals. Also, the Alchemist NPC mod allows you to purchase them for relatively cheap. There we go. Boom. As you can see, poof, we get hearts and stars. Or at least we get heart. No star? That's odd. Oh, it's not generating stars because I'm full on mana. I assume. It's very odd. These are supposed to generate mana stars, but they're not right now. I have no idea why. That's okay. We'll just deal with it. Let me put some stuff away, and then we're going to make our first swing at the slime boss. What's the worst that can happen? Old? Really? That's adorable. Did we sell it off? Nope. It's literally worthless. I love it. Loathe it. Can't tell which. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You we sell, you we keep, you we keep, you we keep. Tokens we keep. You we sell. Keep, 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 keep. Oops, nope. Wolfram shards go away. Cat ears, rotten egg. Okay. Wire tools we keep. Oh, hey, wow, look at that. We've hit our inventory cap again. That's okay. We will be able to use the Hellstone in the near future to make our improvement. The Hellstone storage upgrade. Fortunately, we have exactly 1 bar at the moment, and we need 10 bars per upgrade. So much Hellstone needed in the future. Anyway, this gets sold, and you we can keep. And let's pull out our battle goodies. Summoner combination, heart reach, iron skin, endurance, regen, swiftness, magic power, and mana regeneration. Woo! And I think we're good to go. Yeah, let's not put that in the hotbar. That's just asking for trouble, isn't it? Oh, see? Look, now we're getting stars. I think there were just too many mana stars in the world already. Anyway. Bring it on, slime dudes. Oh, wow, they fly right in from off screen. Ow. I didn't expect that. Okay, so they split eventually after you do enough damage to them. I don't know why I can't control my movements. It's really frustrating, though. Oh, wow. That was not good. I was stuck floating in the air, and I have no idea why. Yikes. Alright, so let's clean up all of the mess that we made. Maybe we can find out why that was happening. And honestly, maybe... Ow. Okay, so those were bad. maybe having this roof here is not helpful for this particular fight, because there's a lot of ads spawning, it looks like, and having the ability to drop rain on them would probably make that go better. I'm using the imps, by the way, as opposed to the dank creepers, because of just the simple fact of armor. The imps hit for 30 apiece, while the dank creepers only do 17 apiece. This seems like it's going to be the better option for me in the long run. Have these imps fighting for me. The Eater staff was doing a decent job of tearing through the bosses themselves. But I think that the water bolt, and the water bolt I should really have reforged by now, but I haven't. We're going to try maybe making the water bolt our primary, and hope it does a bit better for us. Oh, there we go. We're bouncing. This is the... Oh, we've got marked. This is the horror. I think that's the horror debuff is what's causing us to bounce like that. Alright, there. We're up to 4 imps now. Watch our hit points. Try really hard not to get hit by those abyssal things. Ow, 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 ow. You really don't want to get stuck in the middle like that. It's bad. We can't control ourselves while we have this debuff, and it's an issue. Yeah. Wow, having control taken away from us like that? That's a huge problem. I'm gonna have to look into this. I gotta do a think. Alrighty, research complete. The debuff that's giving me trouble is not horror, actually. The horror debuff simply increases the amount of stress damage that you're going to take. The one that's causing me trouble, actually, is the distorted debuff. And in this fight, you get the distorted debuff when the slime god core touches you. So that's going to be the thing that I need to most fervently avoid, is getting hit by the core. Which, I mean, that makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? It's like the boss instead of its little guardians. We need to not get hit by the boss. So I'm not 100% certain if my plans for this are going to be enough, but I do have plans to try to affect that goal. Effect, as in E-F-F-E-C-T, rather than affect. I think that's the proper... whatever, I always get the two... The definitions blend together in my head, it's a problem. What we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to be making ourselves a pair of wings. Specifically, the Skyline wings, which are available to us in normal mode. All we need is 5 more feathers, and we'll have them. And I'm hoping that the extra mobility that the wings give me will help out a lot. I am also going to go ahead and make the flame... Whoops. Thought it was flame bolt. Flare bolt is what it's called. I need to go get more Hellstone before I can do that. This is going to replace our water bolt, and I'm going to reforge it to the mythical, and I'm hoping that bouncing around the arena will be enough. And then, along with using the map controls, toggle map style, there we go. The toggle map style control, we're going to have the map style on this style while we're fighting, so that we can keep better track of the boss. I think that there's a decreased transparency. Yeah, so we can make it more or less opaque, just like so. And this way, I should be able to keep a good eye on exactly where the core is, and just kind of focus on moving around it. I'm going to probably retire my friend the fungal clump, because as great as he is, he's not doing the job anymore. He just doesn't have the sheer damage output to make him worth it. And we're going to pull out the Shield of Cthulhu, because this gives us a little bit more defense, 2 more, precisely, once I get it reforged to warding. I'm not sure that warding everything is the right way to go right now. We're getting to the point where we're going to need to start considering other options, because 4 defense eventually will not be worth it. There we go. As a modifier compared to some of our other options. By the way, if you want the shield to show up, you just need to place it... I thought you could place the shield further down and have that show up, but it looks like as long as you have the cosmetic shield equipped anywhere, then the Shield of Cthulhu is not going to show. Anyway, I like the Cobalt Shield more anyway, especially with the Violet Gradient dye. That's also why I have my boots on that spot. That's snazzy looking. Or, not boots, scarf. Hooray. Alright, so, first step is a bunch of mining, and after that, we will give the... well, after that, I'm going to get some more feathers, and after that, we'll give the Slime God another shot. See you soon. So I decided to do a quick test of damage potential between the imps and the creepers. And I figured Crabulon would be the one, because he's got 17 defense, which is almost the max damage on the dank creepers. And I'm finding that the imps do a fraction of the DPS of the creepers, even with the defense difference. Let me go grab another one of them sprouts and show you the difference. I didn't expect it to be this big of a deal, but I think it really shows that I just can't use vanilla items when I am playing this. Like, see, it's the difference between... Wow, I'm doing over 1,000 DPS now. Part of it is these shrooms getting hit, but Crabulon's almost dead already. And I think that's just because enemies don't get invincibility frames. So the dank creepers are going to be a big help. Plus, we have enough Hellstone to make the flare bolt now. Unfortunately, we used up all of our obsidian getting there, and now we need more obsidian. Well, this was an inevitability if you were going to be making use of Hellstone. So what we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves some liquid generators that will allow us to create infinite amounts of various useful blocks. I'm going to show you how that's going to work. They're going to make use of the pumps that we've used before. We're going to need 3 inlet pumps and 3 outlet pumps to make this happen. We have a few pumpkins. Cute. And I'm going to need my wrench and some wire. And I'm going to dig out a little section underneath here where those sunflowers currently are to set this up. So I'll come back once I get the digging done. Alright, when you're constructing your liquid containers and your infinite liquid generators, which you're going to be using to make your infinite blocks from liquids, you're going to want to build them from the bottom up. You want that 3-wide hallway at the bottom. I'm making use of smooth granite and gem spark walls. You can make use of whatever you like. It doesn't make much of a difference. Unless you can find something that your pickaxe can't easily break, you might want to use that if it's available. Now, there are 2 big decisions you have to make. One, which blocks do you want to produce? Which, in our case, is definitely obsidian and probably also crispy honey. Because why not? Having a crispy honey producer is the best. However, if you want to produce both honey blocks and crispy honey blocks, you have to make your decision between producing them in-world, because the crispy honey blocks can be produced when honey touches lava, and the honey blocks can be produced when honey touches water. However, you can also make crispy honey blocks with a honey block in a furnace. So if you want the honey blocks for decorative purposes, or you need the abominations or whatever, and you don't have access to something like Calamity or Fargro's Mutant Mod, then you're going to want to go ahead and build it so that your water touches honey and get you the honey blocks, and then either build another generator so that honey touches lava as well to get your crispy honey blocks, or just use your honey blocks and cook them in a furnace to get your crispy honey. I am going to choose the latter option. We're going to do one water tank in the middle, a fairly narrow one, I think. Let's see. How much space do we have exactly? We are at 24 to 48, so about 72 blocks. Divided 3 ways would normally be 24 each, but I am going to alter that a little. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 38. I don't know how I got 48 to 24. Oh, that's why. Because every block is 2 feet. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and have, with 38, we're going to have a tank of, like, 6 wide for water. That's it. Because water generates quickly. Honey and lava move much, much slower. That might be a little excessive, actually. Yeah, we'll go a couple more, won't we, on each side? Just the 2 more. And those will be the outlines of our tank. Tanks, plural. Now, as you've seen before, we can have our pumps up on a platform, and they will do their job just fine. We're going to need our inlet pumps in place before we go too much further. And wiring won't actually be much of an issue, thanks to the fact that we have such great extra range when we're using wire tools. You definitely want this up as high as possible for maximum liquid production. Ooh, that's a complicated complication. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. So I don't want to ever be able to use 100% of the liquids. And I want the water to be the bottom of the combination channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to build our blocks such that we can have that combination channel that I was just talking about. And we're going to do that first. This does mean that we're going to have essentially dead space within our build that doesn't do anything. That's okay. You don't need to be 100% efficient in your use of space. as tempting as it can be to try to do exactly that. You're gonna have to be careful when you're harvesting, by the way, not to accidentally your honey and water all over the place. Or, more importantly, your lava. Which means it can be a good idea to make sure you keep the door shut when you're harvesting, and maybe dig yourself a bit of a pit underneath and stand on platforms so that the liquids don't go all over the place. Let me just get this wired up. Zump. Zump. And we're going to go ahead and stick a timer there that we're just going to use for all of them, because why not? Oops. Don't have quite the placement reach that I need for it. Ah, that's because my builder potion wore off. I thought? Nope, I guess that doesn't actually help with my placement reach. Anyway, put down our bucket of honey, and we can get that running, and we'll have, slowly but surely, infinite honey generating. Oh, that's the problem. It wants a platform to sit on. It doesn't like just hanging off of the ceiling. Poof. Now, it's not going to go fast by any means. That's okay. Oh, hey. I should not have turned that on yet. This is why we have that ability to open it up and have that pit down there. We can make this little bit of honey that we have disappear by spreading it out far enough. The first of many errors in our trials. So we're going to have the water fall into that channel. And this channel. And this way we'll always have a little bit kept in reserve. And since the water can't infiltrate the honey area, and the honey can't infiltrate the water area, it's all going to work out. Alright, you get the basic idea. I'm going to go ahead and get this built up with the same idea on the lava side, and then I'll show you the whole thing in action. One thing you might have noticed when I was in the engineer's shop the last time was that there's multiple colors of wrench that can place multiple colors of wire. All the wire works the same way, but it's all they all carry different signals, basically. The wire cutter's away, and now we can make ourselves the multicolored wrench. Right-click while holding to edit wire settings. Now this will allow us to place the color that we want. We can either place or cut as we wish. So we can have red wire for our lava. Actually, I should do that. Let's color code our wires, because it amuses me to do so. Red, yellow, and green. The problem is when you're slightly colorblind like I am, you're not sure which one is the yellow. There we go. And now we can change it to cut. Remove these wires. Luckily, it just goes straight into your inventory. You can't right-click while you've got the control enabled and you're near a block that you can interact with. So let's do blue for our water. And the reason we want to do different channels is so that we can have, oops, all of them active from the same timer without needing to worry about having honey show up in this pump or lava show up in this pump. You know? That would be bad, okay? Excellent. Whoops. I have no idea which of these is green and which is yellow. We'll go for the one on the right for yellow. It looks more saturated, and green is the color that I can't really see. So we're just gonna do it and hope for the best. Oh, hey. I'm on snip mode. That's why I can't place wire. Oh. Ah, I see. It wanted to place next to the wall when I was using the control placement. Boom. Alright, our obsidian generator is in action. All we need to do is stand here and hold the button right on this spot. Because the water flows faster than the lava, we are guaranteed that this bit of obsidian is never going to move around. It'll always be right there. The same will be true of our honey block on the other side. It will always show up here. However, honey moves a lot slower, so you're not going to be able to generate honey blocks with near the speed of obsidian. So this will allow us to create an arbitrary amount of Hellstone bars, obsidian skin potions, demon torches, all kinds of good stuff. The obsidian gear, if that's your thing. And one ancient method of earning lots of cash was to make obsidian skulls. It's not at all useful in Calamity Revengeance mode because of the sheer amount of cash that we get just killing things. Oh, hey. Lava charm. Neat. We can craft the lava charm thanks to, out of lava buckets, obsidian, and lead, thanks to, I assume, the Calamity mod. Demonic pitchfork. 73 magic damage, uses a dark lance. How do I get my hands on the dark lance? Looks like it is a shadow chest thing. That might be worth me crafting. I'm probably going to make that. See what I can do with it, and maybe it'll be the answer that we're looking for the slime boss. Next episode, we are going to tackle that slime god. I did a little bit more looking into him to make sure that I couldn't just skip him for now. Really not an option. If we move past him at this time... What is that on my back? That the... I don't know. Is that the wings showing through somehow? Oh, it's the tackle bag. That explains it. Interesting. Somehow I didn't notice it. For all the hours that I've had that tackle bag right there in my in that slot, it just never appeared to me. And I'm not sure why. That's a bit odd. I tend to hide the balloon. It's a bit silly looking. I'd show those if I had another one of these violet gradient dyes. But I gotta go spend a bunch of time killing stuff in the ocean to get more violet dye for that to happen, because the violet dye is a drop from an extraordinarily rare enemy. It's, I think, the rarest enemy in the game that doesn't get a special, "This is a rare enemy," pop up on your life form analyzer. So it looks like we've got around 300-ish obsidian available before we basically run out and have to wait for more to generate. Yep, there we go. 340-ish. Excellent. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, leave me a like. Tell me what you liked. If you haven't, leave me a dislike and tell me what you'd like to see me do better. Both of these things help me improve my channel. If you'd like to see more of this content, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.